Hi, I'm Dr. Bertice Berry, and I need to tell you a story. Recently, one of my friends, my friend Roger, wrote a piece, and he pointed out that the word hope in Spanish is esperanza, and it comes from the root esperar, which means to wait. To wait. To wait. Yesterday, with the news of what's going on in DC and other places, a friend called and said, "Have you seen the news?" I said, "No, I read it." And she said, "What do we do?" And I was reminded of something Reverend Jimmy Marsh said when he was quoting, and he said, when you are looking for hope, do hopeful things. Do hopeful things. So she and I talked and imagined and talked about what could be done. And she's a beautiful, amazing poet. And I was like, let's get a poetry night going on. We need to have some poetry, and we can put up a tin can and collect some money to serve breakfasts and do what needs to be done at all these cooling stations our mayor has set up. She was like, "Oh, poetry?" And I was like, let me tell you something, hopeful things. And Reverend Jimmy pointed out that the research shows that even when people see hopeful things, it pulls them into the need to do the right thing. Just watching hopeful things. That's why you see so many things on social media where people are doing for those who are houseless and all kinds of other things. Just doing or seeing hopeful things will put you in a state of waiting for the good, creating the good and waiting for it, creating the good and waiting for it. And it sounds trivial, but I know that by telling a simple story every day that is hopeful, encouraging, uplifting, that points you back to your true self, has done a great deal in the kingdom. It's done a great deal. You don't need everybody to get it. You just need enough folks to get it to see. Years ago, I was in Chicago. I was living in Chicago, and it was one of the wars that was declared not a war. I think it was after 9/11. And there was supposed to be a peace rally. There was news that there was going to be a peace rally. So my cousin and I said we were going to go to the peace rally. And we get downtown, and we don't see a rally. We don't see anybody. And so we got mad. We were like, well, if they want peace, they ought to put up a sign. Where's the peace rally? And so I said, you know what? We're already here. Why don't we go ahead and march? She said, we're going to look right stupid. I said, yeah, well, not like we don't. So we started. We were like, we want peace, y'all. We want peace. The second we started, a woman from across the road was like, wait, I was looking for the march too. She joined us. Others joined us. Others joined us. By the time we found the march, we were the march. Do hopeful things. Start creating ways that can create waves that create a tsunami in this land of hope. We got this, and I know we're going to get there. We have to get there together. I love you.